This is the prison of multiple different rooms put together to make a prison escape room 2.0. Once I loaded the world, after walking around this very empty room for about half an hour, I figured out that there is no way to get out. But then I decided to look at the roof and I noticed there was one obsidian on it. So I decided to break it. After very legitimately breaking it for 3 minutes, I saw a barrel on top, and in the barrel was a bucket of water. I frantically placed the bucket around, trying to figure out what to do with it, but I had absolutely no idea. Then I decided to double-click W and walk forward into the water, and then I found out that I could actually swim up it, which was very, very convenient. I decided to not get the water because I thought it might be against the rules. In the next room, I saw a chest and an anvil, and all the way at the end, I could see the end, which makes sense. I opened the chest and saw a trap door that says, use this to go into crawl mode and go through hole. But after analyzing it for an extended period of time, I saw improper grammar, which meant that I wasn't actually supposed to do that. So I decided to break the chest and very skillfully place the trapdoor right beneath it, causing the anvil to break. When I broke the trapdoor, I realized that it was now named differently, which meant that I could actually use it to escape. So I decided to place the trapdoor there and then put the anvil on my head so I could go into crawl mode if I go in just the right position. So I decided to place the anvil on my head to get into crawl mode, and now I could crawl out of the room. In the next room, they had water to break my fall damage, which I thought was very nice, and that's the only use for it whatsoever. There's no use for that water in any way at all whatsoever. This room had a bunch of obsidian on the ground, and I could see the exit, but there was a half slab blocking my way through, so I was not able to get through at all in any way whatsoever. No way at all. There is no possible way. After looking around the room, I realized that I could still break obsidian, which I decided to do. After waiting for the chat messages to disappear, I finally finished breaking the obsidian and saw 5 wood logs on the ground, so I decided to break them all. After breaking all the wood, I couldn't figure out what to do with them, but then I suddenly remembered that there was actually a crafting table on the side of the room, which I think I could use. I was going through every crafting recipe I knew, but I just couldn't think of anything that could help me. But then I realized that I could make a crafting table, and using the crafting table, I could craft all sorts of different things. Oh wait, I could not figure out what to make with the 5 wood. Then I remembered the 5 wood in a line on the ground, and I thought it might mean something. So I opened up a Morse code translator, because every single escape room has something to do with Morse code no matter what. And since it was 5 dots of wood, I put 1 dot in, and that gave the letter E. I thought of what it could mean, but I obviously figured out that it was meaning the song Rush E. But that didn't help much, so I decided to go back to the Morse code translator and put in 5 symbols because there are 5 pieces of wood, so it must mean something. And I got the number 4. So I decided to put it back in again but in reverse, and I got the number 1. So obviously it's talking about Rush E, but 41 seconds into the video. I skipped through the video to get to 41 seconds, but nothing was really there. So I went to 42 seconds, which was very close to 41. I saw that the blue note was on the D of the piano alphabet thingamajigger. So I looked up what ED stood for, and I realized that it meant education. So the most logical conclusion you could possibly get is to educate yourself on boats. And after looking at images of boats for about 5 hours, I found out that boats are supposed to go on water. So I figured that I needed to craft a boat and then get a bucket of water to place the boat on, because you can't place boats on land. That's just ridiculous. The only way I knew how to get water is to break through this 3 deep slate and then go to the beginning where there was water that I placed down there. Now that I have illegally grabbed this water, because apparently it's not allowed in the rules that I just made up in my head, I can go into the next room. So now that I'm here, I have to break this 4 deep slate in order to place the water down so I can place the boat down and escape. The next room had a full row of lava across the entire... So the only way I could think of getting across this lava lake is to disconnect glitch through the entire thing, because everyone has to disconnect glitch in every single Minecraft escape room, no matter how much lava is in the way. It's the rule of escape rooms. You can't avoid it. There's no avoiding it. After I was done disconnect glitching, I was now at the end of the entire thing. I did it. But wait. This isn't right. I'm still inside the escape room. This is just another room in the escape room. I had no idea what to do, and then all of a sudden, I had a very good idea. I used F5. And on the back of the sign, I could see that there was a 0 instead of an O, which obviously meant something. It meant that the sign was very bad, and I had to throw it out of the prison for no reason whatsoever. But suddenly, I had a very good idea! I used a 5! And using a 5 gave me a whole new perspective! And I was able to see under the lava when I couldn't before! Yeah! So I decided to mindlessly jump into the lava to see what was under there. And then, I did it! I have escaped the prison. I have fallen in... I am now stuck in the void. But I have escaped the prison, so that's worth it. Cue background music. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I lost my voice because I had to scream so many times to get that recording right. Okay, bye.